You're about to watch the before and afters of one of my students who just graduated our recent speaking bootcamp. And this is specifically designed to show you how if you are someone for whom English is not your first language, you feel like because I don't speak like native speakers, maybe you work in the US, UK, and Australia, and you were born in, let's say, Nigeria, Bangladesh, other places in the world, and you feel like because I don't have the accent, because I don't have the best grammar or the right vocabulary, I can't speak like a leader. I can't speak like a CEO. My goal is in this video to not only change that belief, but also to show you we think the accent and the grammar and the vocabulary is the problem because we don't know what else could be the problem. So let's watch the before video first, just so you can see what this student spoke like and how quickly they changed the way they spoke.
Not blanking out in between my words, and also forgetting what I'm saying, and being able to say things concisely and also confidently, right? And just being able to speak clearly with conviction in a way that someone understands.
Now in the video, you can't see the eyes, but you can observe a few things. One is he's struggling to figure out what to say next. He says one sentence and then immediately in his brain, what do I say next? And he fills that in with filler words, or he's trying to find the route to his next sentence. So he sounds unsure. He doesn't really know where he is going. And also, if you could see his eyes, you would have seen him do this with his eyes. Yeah, so this, and I want to do that. And it doesn't really sound and project confidence. Now, with a lot of my students, when they speak like this, because they're thinking of what to say, they think it's a translation issue. They think it's a grammar issue. Yasser, I can't find the right words. Therefore, it's a vocabulary problem. If I had the right words, if I have fancy vocabulary, this would fix it. However, there's a nuance here. There's a difference. You are searching for words, yes, but that doesn't mean you lack vocabulary. That means you haven't trained your brain to organize your thoughts. You haven't learned to organize before you verbalize. That is a different skill. And you learn that by learning, what do I say first? What do I say second? What do I say third? If I ask you a question right now, most of us, whatever the first thought is, we just verbalize the thought. And then when we're finished with that thought, we get another thought in no particular order, and we just go from here to here to here to here to here to here to here in no particular order. So then it sounds like you're rambling and you don't know where you're going, and then, all of a sudden, you can end up sounding like this. So what did we do? Number one, when he was speaking like this, we made sure that he learns how to speak in structure, which is get to the point as soon as possible. When you finish a sentence, you pause at the end of the sentence just for a fraction of a moment, so you get time to think of the next thing to say. So you pause, you structure the thing, and then you say the thing next. Then you do it again and again and again. The next thing he'll learn is to enunciate the words. So for example, if I'm talking like this, all the words are mixed together and merged, I'm talking really fast and you can't really understand what I'm saying because none of the words are enunciated. You probably have no idea what I said. But if I'm speaking, even if I'm speaking really fast, you will notice that the enunciation, meaning I am sounding out the words as I am speaking. So you can clearly understand what I am saying because you can hear each sound in each syllable of each word. You following me? So we trained them how to enunciate his words properly. So first he learned how to organize his thoughts. Then he learned how to enunciate properly. The last thing he learned is he didn't quite know how to project calm confidence. You see, my experience, my domain, is to teach people how to speak like a CEO, which essentially means how do you communicate like an expert in a corporate environment. I'm not training motivational speakers. I'm not training stand-up comedians or news anchors. That's not my thing. If you want to be perceived as an expert in a board meeting, when you're talking to executives, when you are delivering a company update or presentation, that is what I specialize in, how to speak like a CEO. So what we had him do is become aware of his movements. When he is speaking, before, he had some angsty movement. You might not see this in the video, but later on throughout the classes, he had that. Something else is, when he would speak, he would either have these movements or he didn't know what to do with his hands. So sometimes he would just leave his hands hanging in the air like this. So that would make him look like he's unsure. So he would talk like this and then say something else. And then, can you see my hands? They don't really communicate a lot of confidence. So the way our classes are structured is every single week we focus on one thing. So let's say you join the class on a Thursday. Between Thursday and next Thursday, you just focus on one simple area. And then it's your assignment between that class and the next class to go into work and implement it. So my job is not to just tell you what to do. Good luck, you've written some fancy diagrams down. My job is to tell you what to do, make sure you do it. So that repetition of the skill is what builds the change. So then you practice one thing, 7 days in a row, you're doing it. By the time you come to the next class, you've already seen a change. So let's say you're working on enunciation in the first class. Day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, you're focusing on enunciation, you're practicing it at work, you're already getting feedback from people, and you're thinking, wow, I made that much progress in just this much time? That is insane. So when you do that over a period of 30 days, if you just did this for 30 days in a row, it will blow your mind how much progress you make. You're highly focused. You're not trying to get more information. You're trying to get more repetition to become better at the skill. So what does the end result look like? Let's have a look.
And also confidently, right? And just being able to speak clearly with conviction in a way that someone understands. I learned to pause when I speak because that helps my listeners to follow along and for me to also process what I'm saying. Secondly, I learned to use my body to carry the listeners along. Thirdly, I learned to apply the sandwich method, which is a technique that involves stating my point, giving the reasons, and then closing by restating the point to help the listeners process and understand what I am saying.
Now, I want to state this is not the end result. This is just us moving in the right direction. Imagine that you, for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years of your life, you've been speaking a certain way, and in a span of 7, 10, 14 days, you see this big of a change. This is just the beginning. We've just planted the seed. Now, when you learn how to water the seed and practice it at work, the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, a year later, when you keep doing it, you completely transform the way you speak. So my job as a coach is to get you to that point where you at least change. You see changes in your speech. You become aware of what you need to do to see visible changes in how people perceive you. So even if English is not your first language, your grammar is not the best, your vocabulary is not the best, if you can learn to speak with control, emotion, and organize your thoughts, if you have these 3 things, you can speak like a CEO and you can speak better than 99% of the human population. Now, if you would like to learn to speak like a CEO and do it in record time, check the video description for our resources and classes. I'll see you in the next one.